Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 65 of our Get Your Goals annual challenge. We're going to use our little super C conscious and subconscious brain diagram. This is our mind. This is me. This is you. This is our mind, because our mind is not really our brain, right? It's something different entirely, but it's operates in our brain as far as we experience it. Well, today, yesterday we talked about the superconscious mind. Today, we're going to talk about the subconscious mind, which means tomorrow we're going to talk about the conscious mind. Conscious and subconscious. I like to talk about the subconscious mind, or I'm going to this time first. I don't always talk about it first when I'm discussing the mind and the parts of the mind. But today I want to talk about it first because it actually controls about 90% of all of our functions, all of our life functions. Everything we think, everything we believe, everything we see and experience and do. Our subconscious experiences it, well, our body feels and experiences it first, but then our subconscious immediately kicks in and starts throwing in things to help us answer questions like, am I safe? Do I need to react to this? Is this important? What do I need to do about it? And 90% of what we need to do happens outside of our awareness. We're not aware of our breathing, our blinking, our eyes, etc. But the thing about our subconscious mind, it operates off of our past experience, our beliefs, our thoughts, our feelings, and things that have happened to keep us safe in the past. And that isn't always what's best for us, right? Sometimes it was best for us in a given situation, then we piled a whole bunch more evidence on it, and our subconscious just automatically runs a program. It's like a computer, right? And I love that we have computers nowadays because we have something to compare our mind to that most people can relate to. It's got processes and algorithms and systems that are running all of the time underneath the surface of what and how we show up in the world. And some of the programs benefit us and move us toward what we want, in this case, toward our mental goals and objectives and desires. Other times, not so much. Have you ever been in the wrong relationship or made the same mistake over and over again? You know, I can see some of these things in my own life where I picked relationships that were bad for me when it comes to romantic relationships, even some friendships. I picked some friendships and partnerships in business that were bad for me. And then I didn't just do it once. I did it more than once, right? Because I didn't learn all the lessons I needed to learn from that relationship. So I picked another one that was slightly better, but had other challenges as well, until I finally learned, okay, you need to listen to your head. You need to listen to your heart. You need to listen to your intuition. Don't just let your subconscious and pick things automatically or willy-nilly. And we can control our subconscious by saying affirmations, by making sure we're clear on our core values and our beliefs, and we're communicating that through language, through gratitude, through our experiences, through the things we pay attention to, through affirmation, through visualization. We can train our subconscious to move us toward what we want in any area of our life, but in mental goals, since we're talking about mental goals this month. So our action item today is just going to be to pay attention to some of the things that your subconscious takes care of for you. You know, so often I'm thirsty, so I go to the refrigerator and I get a glass of water, right? I don't even have to think about that. And then share one example of that you noticed today. And mine will be one that I haven't actually done for a couple of years now, but that I remember very vividly and very clearly. I would drive to and from work and literally have almost no conscious recollection of the commute to and from work. I drove over an hour one way each way. When I worked in the Twin Cities, I live in Hudson, Wisconsin. I worked in the Twin Cities. I lived in Burkhart. That was a little further outside of Hudson. But I would go early in the morning and I would come home in traffic, which was really a lot of stop and go. So I knew I was driving and paying attention, but my conscious mind was not necessarily paying attention. So that's my example, is how often do we do something and we just do it automatically, like on autopilot? Driving is a huge one for me. I used to drive to and from Texas, to and from Green Bay. And I mean, these are hours, 5 or 6 hours back then before the highway was doubled up, and like 16. And now the speed limit's faster, so probably not so many from Dallas, Texas. But all of the things that we can think about, the vast majority of them, we do not consciously think about. Usually things don't pop up into our conscious unless they're a really big challenge. Usually it's a really big challenge or a really big problem or a super duper awesome thing that happens. And unfortunately, a lot more negative things happen usually than positive things, at least that get our attention. And so those are the things that we want to consciously go through things like the SOAP framework, which I think we'll do next week. Maybe we'll do this, next week, I think. We'll go through the SOAP framework, and that's an example of programming our subconscious to work in a way that benefits us and make sure that we're living our life in our favor. All right. Any questions about this, hit me up. Otherwise, just kind of notice how awesome your subconscious is today, and I'll be with you tomorrow. Have an awesome day.